Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vaditamastu Mahavidushavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, so hope you have learned the vocabulary. The I. The meaning of the word I. This one word, call it in Sanskrit, aham. When you see that, that's very beautiful. That's another time we'll see that. Just English at this moment, you understand the meaning of the word I. In a very, some few years back, been to Hong Kong. There was a lecture series, and after the classes were over, one Chinese gentleman came up and he said, Swamiji, I want to share a joke with you. I said, of course, because so many jokes, I was telling stories. So he was inspired. He said, can I tell you a story? I said, yeah, of course, you tell me. Then he said, can you tell me what was or what is the nationality of Adam and Eve? I said, very big question, very difficult. I mean, I laughed. I said, I can't say that. What nationality? If you trying to pull my leg, I can pull your leg also, telling that Adam and Eve were not Christians. Even though it's a Christian story, but Adam and Eve were not Christians because Christ came only 2000 years back. So before that, they are only human beings, no? I mean, not that Christians are not human beings. It's jokes. So he said they were not Christians because they were not. Christ only came. So I can pull your leg and say they are not Christians, but nationality, if you want, very difficult. I can't say. Okay, you tell me. He said, I also can't say. I said, what is this? If you ask me a question, you don't know, at least I don't know, it's okay. You don't know. He said, also I don't know. But one thing I know for sure, that they are not Chinese. I said, how come you are so sure that they are not Chinese? He said, I know they are not Chinese. I said, why? He said, you know the story. I said, not much, but tell me what it is. Said, they were in the forest, they were in the forest, they were hanging around, no clothes, like naked and all that, you know all that. And like our, what is that boy's name? What is his name? President Carter, once he was asked, what was the nationality or political belief of Adam and Eve? He was sharp and he said, they must be communists. At that time, Russia and America were on the top fight. So they must be communist. Why? Because these guys were moving in the forest, no home, no food, but they thought they are in paradise. Anyway, so so he said, they were, you know the story, they were hanging around naked, no problem, no food, nothing. And then God had told them not to do no mischief. And that is the time, what is the lady, the snake, devil. The devil comes in the form of a snake and then gives an apple. How the snake offers, you don't know, because snake has no hands. If he has holes in his mouth, how can he speak? But whatever, the story it is, so it's a story. So the snake tempts them. If you taste the Adam, you take this apple and this fool ate the apple. That's why all trouble, original sin and all that. If Adam would have been Chinese, he would have left the apple, eaten the snake. And if he would have eaten the snake, there is no problem. Because that is the guy who made all the mistake. So if the snake is gone, the problems are gone. Right? Same way. Find out what is the problem. I is the problem. The creation is beautiful. Body is innocent. Sense organs, fantastic. Absolutely innocent. Body by itself has no demand or desire of any kind. Your sense organs do not need to perceive. Thoughts by themselves are never a problem. I, which converts a thought to desire, and the moment he converts the thought of the object to desire, the object of thought becomes desirable and the struggle begins. And for what? For happiness' sake. So whole process becomes complicated. So when this I is known, that happiness, we have seen it elaborately, that is why it's so important to go step by step. People think religious class, anytime, anywhere. No. By now you must have seen, it's a step by step by step. It's like a mathematics. You miss one step, you'll miss it. You will not understand. Suppose somebody comes first time this class today, just now, what will you understand? If I say you are the happiness, now you all, those who are listening from the day one, it's a different thing. Now first class, now you are listening. What will you think? How can I be happiness? That is why these classes have to be step by step. Go complete. Uncompromising in this attitude of listening, grasping, seeing it step by step, please. So where is this happiness? Address, it is myself. Any moment of happiness, I am with myself. And in any moment of unhappiness, I have lost sight of myself. You can fix your problem. Nobody, you don't need nobody. In any moment of unhappiness, struggle, you have lost sight of yourself. You are stuck at the realm of thoughts. Please appreciate. And the moment I get the object, the thought goes away. It is not the absence of, it is not the presence of the object which gives me happiness. It is not the absence of thought which gives me happiness. It is being with myself which gives me the happiness. Because I am the happiness. Is it true? Yes, because the object of love is source of joy. And when you analyze, you see, I am the object of my love. Therefore, I must be source of happiness. Since I am the source of happiness, I can't resist loving myself. And since I love myself, I must be source of happiness. Equation is complete. You are with yourself, you are the happiness. Each individual. Is it really true? So what is the meaning of the word I? If we say I and happiness is synonymous. So there is no question of I looking for happiness. I am happiness. Are you getting that point, please? There is no distance between I and the happiness. Happiness is not a goal. Are you getting that? Happiness is not a goal. Happiness is my being. Who I am and what happiness is, both one and the same. That is why you cannot make goal out of happiness. There is no distance between the goer and the goal. No distance between the seeker and the sought. No distance between the traveler and the destination. I am the happiness. Is it so? So what is the meaning of the word I? When you start analyzing, you will end up there in the happiness itself. Why? Because as I told you, it has got two dimensions. One word, but two dimensions. Finite, infinity. Relative, absolute. So don't say this, oh, these are all absolute concepts. These are all abstract concepts. No. Don't break your head over this type of philosophy. you take into account your anubhava, your experience. What all we are discussing, it is not a speculative thinking. Somebody's imagination, pulling out through somebody's heart. No, it is your experience. You can see it for yourself. How the perception begins, how the thought takes place, how the thought is converted to desire, how the thoughts are you got rid of the thought by getting the object. Then what happens to you? Do you feel happiness there in the object or in yourself? Every person sees it every moment in life. So if I see this meaning of the word I, there are two dimensions, relative, absolute. And the first thing you must see, as we saw, who are you? Everybody begins with the word I. So I is the universal first name of every person. Universal first name. Who you are, who I am, who he is, who she is, one and the same. But what I have, what you have, what he has, what she has are different. How nice it becomes. Because who you are, who I am, is one and the same. There is no superiority, inferiority. There is no big or small, high and low. Absolute socialism. You want to establish socialism? This is the principle, where it is something already existing. You don't have to create it. If the communism failed because they tried to establish equality at a level which you cannot establish, physically everybody cannot be equal. Are you getting that point, please? Materially, everybody cannot be equal. At least by law, understand, by promulgating a law, you may say everybody should have only 2-bedroom house, 1 passenger car of this particular variety. You may say that. You cannot bring in intellectual socialism. You can't say everybody must think this much and no more. That is why one Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Sakharov, top, Dostoevsky, writers, great revolutionary writers, they brought it down. The communism disappeared. You cannot bring in intellectual socialism. It doesn't work. You can't say you must think only this much. Human mind has infinite possibility. It shall soar into infinity, whether you like it or not. That is why everybody shall break the barrier. You cannot stop it with anything less than infinity absolute. Every individual shall search for it, probe it, achieve it, get it, because that is his own nature. Until you reach it, until you get it, you cannot rest contented. Either happiness or nothing. Either immortality or nothing. Please, because that is somebody's nature. So from that standpoint of the I, one, what you call the relative, there are hundreds of relative meanings, one absolute meaning. Why? Because look at your own personal life. Don't try to understand somebody else. You please understand. Who are you? Did you make it in your own classroom? Your own room? Go back and do that, friends. Do it for yourself. Then you will know. Make a list of your identities. Who are you? Write it down. You must write it down. Who are you? Whatever comes to your head, write it down. I am rich and poor. Poverty, riches outside. Right or wrong? I am man or woman. How it is coming down. When you say rich, 1,000-acre ranch, 500 cars in your garage, 1,000 horses somewhere, riches outside. When you say I am body, man or woman, now it is now coming down back. Moving away from the world, you come into your body level. I am a man or woman, physical body level. Young or old, condition of the body. Think. The moment you say, I see or hear, I am a seer or hearer, now it has gone from the whole body to the level of your eyes and ears. I am literature, musician, painter, artist, You are no more talking about the body. Now the level of the thought. The I is shifted from the external most point of the world outside to the body, to the sense organ, to the thought level. So each thought becomes an identity for the I. And when all thoughts are gone, the I will pick up and say, I am quiet. Is it necessary to say I to be quiet? Is it necessary to say hibiscus for the flower to be? No. It's not necessary to say I to be. Your being is nameless. Understand that point? Your being is, what name can you attribute? That is the meaning of the word I. Absolute meaning, same for all of us. That is why universal first name. No caste, no creed, no sex, no race, no religion, no nothing. No division of any kind. Absolute oneness, indivisible, pure consciousness. Even the faiths don't come into picture. Why? As I told you, faith is also a relative identity. Do you have a faith or you are a faith? Do you have a belief or you are a belief? Do you have a practice or you are a practice? Everything you have. Because who you are, listen carefully friends, who you are doesn't have anything with it. By itself, it is the truth, the absolute. And same for all of us. That is why who you are, who I am, who he is, all one and the same. But what we have is different. Makes it so nice. Think, there is an orchestra. Think there is an orchestra. There is a music going on. In a music orchestra, that evening, who is the most important person there? The people who play the music? No. Everything has a place. Every musician in that orchestra must play his role. In one single individual can destroy the whole harmony. Conductor can spoil the entire thing. Audience can spoil everything. The person who is operating sound system can destroy everything. It needs the cooperation of everybody. The sound system man, the electricity person, the chairperson, the one who is arranging the chair, the musicians, the doorman, everybody. It needs everybody for the orchestra to be successful. Anyone can sabotage it. And that principle, friends, that principle is followed in every aspect of our life. It takes thousands of different people for a plane to take off. Beginning from the ground engineers, loaders, air hostesses, crew, the agents, the petrol people, the food people. It takes all these people for a plane to take off. But anyone can sabotage the whole thing. Who is important for a flight? Who is important for an orchestra in your family? Father, mother, brother, sister, husband, child. It takes all these people together to make a beautiful family. Any one person can sabotage the whole thing. One fellow becomes a drug addict. Entire family is finished. As you see that, listen carefully. As you see that inside you, oh Mahadeva, you must see. In you there are hundreds of roles. And it needs all the roles to be wonderful. And how the roles shall be wonderful? Only if you, the actor, are wonderful. If you know yourself as infinity, you are the happiness, then a happy father, happy brother, happy mother, happy wife, happy husband, happy traveler, happy businessman, happy youngster, everything becomes happy. Suppose one role goes crazy, unhappy father, if unhappiness is your role, and unhappy father goes into that unhappy father rolls into friend, brother, sister. That is how your entire life is sabotaged. One role goes crazy. Are you getting that point, please? One role goes crazy and the whole life goes into a roller coaster ride. Please think that. So everybody, for you to play a wonderful life, what all roles you have, every role is beautiful. You must be beautiful. When you are beautiful, you are the happiness itself, you are the fulfillment itself, life becomes beautiful. So meaning of the word I is to be understood. What is to be, are you getting that? When you say understood means later on, not later on, now. Right now it has to be understood. It is myself. It begins with you. Listen carefully. This is now very, very important thing comes up. If you don't understand, ask me again. I will explain again. Don't worry. Because this is where people say, Swamiji, I understand these things, but these are all theoretical knowledge. I don't have the experience. Most people around the world will talk this, I know I am happiness, but I don't have the experience. That's a useless statement. Most mindless statement you can ever come across. Listen carefully. Instantaneously, that is what exactly you have to see. As you look at your body, should you understand your thought later on? To be conscious, how long you should wait? For a thought you may have to wait, it may have to come. For a season you have to wait. For a sound you have to wait. For a condition of the body, you are now young. As a child, to be young you wait few years. To be adult you wait few years. To be old you wait few years. To pick up a thought, a master in the subject, a flutist, a writer, painter, musician, artist, architect, engineer, doctor, you have to wait for some time. To be conscious, how long should you wait? I have to go to Himalayas, then only. Huh? No, you must see. How long can you wait? Instantaneous. Why? Please see. There are just two dimensions. One is, for the average person, average knowledge in the life, there are two steps, not dimension, two steps. Suppose first step is information. First step is information, second step is knowledge. Information is, I give you the information. You have come to India from all over, from such a long distance you have come to this place. The trip to India is not complete. I tell you, not complete unless you go to Himalayan mountain range. Himalayas? Where is Himalayas? Himalaya is 1500 mile range in northern part of India. So this is the information. Are you getting that? This is the information. To convert that information to knowledge, what should you do? You have to go there, right? I tell you, there is Kanyakumari, the land's end. You can simultaneously see sunrise, moon setting. Where is that? In Kanyakumari. To convert that information to knowledge, what should you do? Go to Kanyakumari. In India, there is a nice sweet available, Sai Tukuda, fit for the emperor. Really? Yes. Where shall I get it? In Hyderabad. To convert that information to knowledge, what should you do? Go to Hyderabad, right? So this is our normal course of learning. So, first information you must get by yourself. You must get the first information about yourself. You are the happiness, you are the absolute. Yes. To convert this information to knowledge, where should you go? Himalayas. No, it's not a joke. Do you understand the point? To convert an information about yourself to knowledge, where should you go? What shall you say? Inside now? Can you say the word inside? You are inside, not outside. Nor can you say midnight. In a winter midnight. Then nowadays there is a midnight satsang. I couldn't believe it. I mean, people are trying to make fools of everybody. As though only in the midnight the energy is very strong. The truth is bubbling in the midnight. Rest of the time it is, right? Just think. Shall you wait for a time? What is the distance between you and yourself? What is the distance? There is no distance in space. Therefore, you don't need any distance in time. If there is a distance in space, it can be covered in time. If there is no distance, how long will it take to reach? Reach where? Which is already reached. So how long it takes? Where must you travel? So to be yourself, what should you do? Understand how this is not an, this is understand how this is something, don't say, so this is something, oh I have the knowledge, information, but I don't have the experience. No. Please appreciate. This, you always are with yourself. You are continuously experiencing but not knowing. In relative knowledge, you may know but you have not experienced. Like geography. You stand first in your class in geography. First in the class. But you have not crossed your village. You mightn't have crossed your own home. But you are first in geography. Because you know everything. All the countries, all the continents. You can get the first mark in your geography. But you have not crossed the border of your village. That can happen. In relative knowledge, this can happen. You may be aware of a fact, you may be familiar with an idea, but you don't know what it is. In absolute knowledge, in knowing about yourself, there is no question of you are not experiencing it. You are continuously experiencing it. Why? Please see. Take play on the two words. Relative, absolute. Okay? I'll make it very simple, friends. If you don't understand, please ask. Relative and absolute. What is relative? Relative identity is, simple language, relative identity is, I in relation to something is somebody. I in relation to riches, rich. Rich is a relative identity. I in relation to body, man or woman. Relative identity. I in relation to the condition of the body, child or young or old or adult, relative identity. Are you getting that point? I in relation to my sense organ, seeing, tasting, touching, that's a relative identity. Sometimes you are a seer, sometimes you are a toucher, sometimes you are a taster, sometimes you are a smeller. Are you getting that point, please? I in relation to my thought, depending on what thought is, that identity. I in relation to engineering thought, engineer. I in relation to painting, painter. I in relation to music, musician. I in relation to cooking, cook. I in relation to driving, driver. Are you getting that point, please? All these relative identities, where do they exist? Body or mind? Are you getting that? At that level of your thought. So many identities you have got. In relation to something. Okay. So in relation to engineering thought, engineer. In relation to father's thought, son. In relation to husband's thought, wife. So many identities you are getting. Suppose all these thoughts being what they are, they come and go. Suppose they are not. Do you disappear? If the thoughts are not, do you disappear? You do not. Listen carefully. Suppose that name goes, because I. It has two identities, relative, absolute. When relative identities goes, you are not gone. When that thought, the meaning of the word I you see. What is the meaning? Consciousness. You are being conscious. The absolute meaning, can it ever go? You are continuously experiencing it. Do you know how? Please see this and understand it clearly. Please see it now. I'll make it very, very simple. Very simple. You cannot escape, because how can you? It's yourself. Please see how it is. Use that English word. That English word confuses us. What to do? That is the language you are speaking. So you have to, that is why when you know this in Sanskrit, it's fantastic. But in English language, you have to give a meaning to that word and then convey it, or else it doesn't work. That is why it doesn't work. Because in the language is dependent upon concepts. When the concept doesn't exist, the language doesn't have that word. Like there is no language, there is no word for a computer in Sanskrit, because there was no computer in India. The language that is Brahman, Atman, we see that later on. Those type of words don't exist in English, because the concepts are different completely. When you come to God and all these things, you shall see. Experience, another word is like that. You shall see how limited it is. Use the word experiencing. When you are seeing this flower, are you seeing it, right? Do you see it? Please come on. See it, huh? Okay. Do you see this flower? You see it. Are you experiencing it? Experiencing or not experiencing? Seeing is an experiencing. This is English. This is English language. Seeing is an experiencing. Okay? So you are, now I am going to make a difference. Are you seeing the flower? Yes. Are you experiencing the flower? Yes. You are experiencing seeing the flower? Yes. You are experiencing seeing the flower. Are you getting that point? Do you see the flower? Yes, I see. How do you see? I see. What do you see? I see the flower. So you see that you see the flower. Are you getting that point? So the first see, you are experiencing seeing the flower. Okay? Now suppose you take out the flower. You are experiencing seeing, but not seeing the flower. Right or wrong? Are you getting it? Are you getting that point? You are when I take away the flower goes away. The seeing goes away. Seeing continues. You are experiencing, the seeing goes away. Just see that difference. Do you see the flower? Yes. Are you experiencing seeing the flower? Yes. Okay, now close your eyes. Are you experiencing seeing the flower? No. Then what are you experiencing? I'm experiencing not seeing the flower. Are you getting that? Am I speculating, or I am giving you a statement of fact? Do you understand? I'm experiencing, when I open my eyes, I'm experiencing seeing the flower. When I close my eyes, experiencing not seeing the flower. So seeing and not seeing, is it an experience, or experiencing the seeing is the experience? Are you getting that point? This is known as anubhava. In Sanskrit, anubhava. Anubhava means bhavami, anubhavami. Anu means paschat. First I see. Then when I see, also anu, that paschat. Behind every perception I am existing. That is why anubhava, the word, is not experience. You can't explain it. But you understand the concept. Here is not a fight between the languages now. Language chauvinism. Sanskrit is richer. Don't worry about it. Whatever we have got, we have to manage with it. No. So why in English class talk about Sanskrit? Just enjoy it. You are experiencing seeing. When you, with your eyes open, you are experiencing seeing. When your eyes closed, you continuously continue to experience, but you continue to experience not seeing. Okay, now you are closing your eyes, you are experiencing not seeing. Suddenly somebody starts speaking. What happens? You are experiencing the hearing. In relation to eyes, it is seeing. In relation to ears, it is hearing. So seeing is an experience, hearing is an experience. Experiencing continues. Now it has given place to hearing. Suppose no sound, or your ear is deaf. When your ear is deaf, are you unconscious? When your eyes are blind, are you unconscious? You continue to experience being conscious. But your eye is not seeing, your ears not hearing. Now you touch. No more eyes function, no more ears functioning. Your body touching, your hand touching something. So you are experiencing the touch. Now the object that you are touching is gone. You are not experiencing the touch. The touching stops. Does the experience stops? Experiencing continues. This experiencing is your being. So being and experiencing one and the same. Consciousness can never be absent. Perception can come to an end. Thought can come to an end. But your being, the consciousness, cannot come to an end. So do you have the experience of it or no? Huh? You have the experience of it. What you don't have is the knowledge of it. That this is happiness and this is me. Oh, you know what a relief? That is why when you understand these things, you don't feel great. You feel stupid. How did I miss it? That is the day when you laugh at yourself. Ayyo. After that, your life is free. You don't worry about anything else. All the time you are with yourself. Experience comes first. Listen, friends. Knowledge always comes later on. I have to do that because this idea, experience is not there, I don't need knowledge. This is a vague statement. Especially in self-knowledge, being yourself. Because you are first, please see, every knowledge, you experience, then only knowledge comes. Play with the word three things. Information, knowledge, experience. Okay? Play with this word. Information, knowledge, experience. Because from childhood onwards, when you're going to school, what are you gathering? Information or knowledge? Information. You don't gather knowledge in school. We gather information. Do you know George Bush? What shall you say? Yes. What do you know about him? You know the name. You know what rubbish he did. Right? Or whatever good he did. How much more? Familiar with a name. Taj Mahal? Yes. Have you gone there? Alaska? I know. Gone there? Greenland? Moon? Are getting their point? Information, information, information. When I'm picking up the information, but I don't have the knowledge. Now suppose, listen please, this is very subtle. Simple but subtle. Information you are going to convert to knowledge. Okay? I told you, in our ashram, there is a very, beautiful flower. There is a blue lotus. I suppose I say there is a blue lotus. This is information. Now, I take you to the ground. And, forget you take a child. You take a child. You are taking the child to the garden. Introducing him to the garden. When you're introducing him, tell me first, please, which comes first? The child experiencing the garden comes first, or your introducing to the thing comes first? When the child goes into the garden, he is already experiencing. If it is not named, he is ignorant. Are you getting that point? Suppose you have been here for last 2-3 days. You have gone all over the thing. Suppose I ask you, have you seen blue lotus? No, Swamiji. I have not seen. You have seen ashram? Yes. Do you stay in room number 12? 11? Yes. Or do you go this way to the dining hall? Yes. So when you go there in this way, look, all the things you will be seeing, no? Your eyes will be seeing everything, no? How come you don't know the blue lotus? You have seen the blue lotus in that pond, but nobody named it to you. This is lotus. Are you getting that? You have experienced it, but nobody named it for you. When somebody did not name it, you think you don't know it. Are you getting that point, please? Just because somebody did not name it, even though you have experienced it, still you are ignorant. One person has eaten the mushroom, but he does not know that that is mushroom. Other fellow is a botany student. He knows all the names, he has never seen mushroom. The person who eats mushroom, he thinks he is ignorant. The person who is knowing the name, he thinks he is Pandit. He is scholar. Why? Because the person who eats it doesn't know that this is mushroom. Do you understand the joke of it? Exactly the same way. Everybody, every moment is experiencing himself. But because you have given it a name, Brahman, Atma, consciousness, happiness, bliss, Sat, Chit, Ananda, I don't know it. Are you being with yourself? Yes, that is Ananda. That is Chit, that is consciousness. The person cannot take it. Do you know why? Because he has been already brainwashed to believe it is very, very difficult. Only few people can understand it. You are the truth and you find difficult to be it. Can you beat it? It's all a huge conditioning inside the head because the thoughts have kept you completely away. So this knowledge, please, is instantaneous. Who you are, that is immediately pointed out. How? I'll give you a story. Because here, you are the experiencer. You are the experience. Every moment, in every experience, please, in every experience, first you are existing. Listen, you are experiencing the flower. Please take. You are experiencing the flower. In this experience, which is the most important part, please see. Flower is seen by the eyes. You are true to the thought, true to the object, thought is there. You are conscious of the flower. Now please see. 4 factors. Flower, your eyes, the thought, and you must be conscious. The flower is taken away. Your eyes are not taken away. Your thoughts are not taken away. You don't lose your consciousness. You close your eyes, perception stops. Perceived creation has already gone. Now the perception stops. Your thoughts don't go away, neither the consciousness. Thoughts can go away. Be unconscious. Just be the stillness. You can't escape being yourself. But what happens is, we lose sight of ourselves in perception. Oh, Swamiji, how is it possible? Please see how it is. Come on, come on. See, this is like a joke now. Please appreciate. How do I lose myself while perceiving? Very easy. Very, very easy. Do you listen to me? Are you listening to me? Come on. Are you listening to me? Yes. Do you remember your ears now while listening to me? Do you see the flower? Do you remember your eyes while seeing the flower? I hope you eat your lunch and breakfast. While tasting food, do you remember your tongue? While smelling the beautiful fragrance, do you remember your nose? While touching somebody, do you remember your body? Never. This is the trick. While seeing, you don't remember your eyes. While thinking, you don't remember the consciousness yourself. Because you don't remember your eyes don't exist. While listening to music, you don't remember your ears don't exist. Ears continue to exist. Because you don't remember, do they disappear? If you don't remember yourself in any perception or any thought, you mean to say you are disappearing? No, you are already existing. So when I say, do you see this flower? Yes. Do you remember your eyes? No. How long does it take to shift your attention from not remembering eyes to remembering your eyes? How long it takes? That long it takes to be aware of yourself. That is why consciously perceive. Every conscious perception becomes meditation. Meditation, I don't want to get into that topic now. Just think. You are being with yourself. How do I, even after that, somebody by habit will ask, how do I be myself? It's like telling, how do I be my body? Being yourself is not a job. Please, how, I don't know how to make it simpler. Just see, your body. Your body is not an action. Your body is not an action. Your body is being. You are your body, okay? Just take relatively. You are your body. But the body acting, walking is an action. You have to do something. Running is an action your body must do. Are you getting that point? Running is an action. Walking is an action. Swimming is an action. Jogging is an action. Slapping, lifting, holding, touching, dropping, everything is an action. Being your body, what shall you do? You can say, I'm practicing jogging or swimming. Can you say, I'm practicing being my body? Huh? Being your body, are you getting that point, please? Being your body is not a practice. A thought can be a practice, but not being yourself the consciousness. Always there. A person says, how do I know that? There, beautifully the tradition helps you out. Now see, please write down. There are two types of gains in life. Okay, now relax, just enjoy. Please see that. There are two types of gains in life. One is, in Sanskrit, praptasya prapti, apraptasya prapti. Apraptasya prapti. You begin with apraptasya prapti. Apraptasya prapti means to gain something which is not yet gained. And praptasya prapti means to gain something which is already gained. There are two types of gains in life. The entire human struggle is for these two things. To gain something which is not yet gained, and to gain something which is already gained. The second type of gain is not known to many people. The first type of gain, gaining something which is not yet gained, apraptasya prapti, to gain something which is not yet gained is the game of life. What is that? Please see. Gaining, apraptasya prapti, that is the name. To gain something which is not yet gained. How? As a child, when you begin, you are uneducated. You are yet to be educated. So you have to gain something which is not yet gained. I want a job. You want to gain something which is not yet gained. I am not yet young. You have to wait some time to gain something which is not yet gained. I want to marry. You want to gain something which is not yet gained. I want to have a child, to gain something which is not yet gained. I want to build a house, to gain something which is not yet gained. I want to go around the world to gain something which is not yet gained. Are you getting that point, please? Every human action comes under that category. To gain something which is not yet gained. Just see the principle there. This particular type of gain, which is universal, it has a huge limitation. You know what is the limitation? If something is not gained in time, listen, if something which is not gained in time, and therefore you gain it in time, suppose it is not with you, and you are gaining it in time, you like it or not, you shall lose it in time. These are the inevitable principle. With the gain, loss continues. If you gain it in time, you shall lose it in time. There is no permanent gain. Are you getting that point, please? You gain your youth, you shall lose your youth. You get married, meaning you start a relationship. It was not there, it will not be there. You like it or not. You did not have the wealth. You will not have the wealth. Or even if the wealth will continue, you won't be there. The separation will take place. Are you getting that point, please? This is the principle. If you are gaining something which is already, listen, we are gaining something which is not yet gained. So it has an inherent flaw in it. That is why in life you cannot be absolutely sure of yourself. That if I get it, it shall be there for me for all times to come. It cannot. Why? The very fact it was not there, it will not be there. 1 hour back, we are not here. After 1 hour, we won't be here. Don't worry. The oldest amongst years, let's say 8-year-old. 8 years back, none of us were here. Come back after 8 years, if you are still there, except you, nobody else will be there. Why? This is the nature of that type of gain. To gain things which is not yet gained, to gain such things, you have to work a lot. You have to do, you have to act, you have to do something. To gain something which is not yet gained, you must do something. That is where comes action, kriya. You must do something. By thinking, you will not get it. You want to be rich, you are poor, you want to be rich, do something. And I'm these days thinking of riches. That will not bring you. You have to do something. Okay, this is apraptasya prapti. Another type of gain is which is only in absolute knowledge. Relative examples also there. Okay. Let me make it that relative example, that one also. Very nice. Okay. I don't have a speck thing. I don't have a mala. Let's say I don't have a mala. This is beads, okay? I don't have it. Then I ask you, can you? Or I have to work for it because it takes 5,000 rupees or something. So I said, okay, I'll get a mala. I have to work for it and get it. Okay, this is not with me. I work for to get this one for me. I don't have a specs. Suppose I want a specs. Then if I say specs, meditation on specs. Shall I get a specs? No. Because if it is not with me, listen carefully the principle. If the specs is not with me and I want to get it, I have to do something. Action is needed. By simply thinking, you cannot get it. Okay? All right. Now specs is with me. I was reading the book, and after I finish the book, I have to talk to you, I put it here. Then I am talking to you. And I got lost in my speech. After half an hour, again I have to read the book. Now suddenly I am looking for it. And now what will you feel? You will smile or cry? Come on, you will smile or cry? Say, what is this? You know what I am searching? Now, am I the owner of the specs or am I yet to be the owner? I am already the owner of the specs. Please see this. I am already the owner of the specs. It is already gained or yet to be gained? This is known as praptasya prapti. It's already gained. It's already gained with me. But even though I am already the owner of the specs, still I am searching. Do you do that or not? With the car key in your hand, you go round the house. One person one day came to me and he had put on a nice pant. That pant only had 7 pockets. 7 or 8 pockets. God knows how do you reach. Anyway, in one of those pockets he had his cell phone. He came night 10:30, 11, came and talked to me. Hello, Swami, everything is over. Then go back to his room. At 2 o'clock I get a call, but I didn't look at it. Immediately after he went back, he sent a call. I didn't see it. Morning I see the call. What happens? He is looking for his cell phone. He came back to my room. Room is locked. Don't know what to do. The whole night he has been searching. Morning he came up and says, Swamiji, is there a telephone? I said, no telephone here. Why don't you ring? It's a cell phone, it will ring. He said, but cell phone is not there, how can I ring? I said, all right, let me ring the number. I ring the number. Where does it ring? It rings inside his. Now how does the person feel? Wise, right? Think. The specs is already here. Now, understand the principle. The specs is already here. I am already the owner of the specs, but I am still struggling to be the owner of the specs. This is the most peculiar, the pathetic joke perpetrated on man. I am the owner of the specs. See the point, friends. I am the owner of the specs. If I am searching for it, I deny that I am the owner. If I don't look for it, I don't get it either. What a trap. Are you getting that? If I look for it, I deny that I am the owner. If I don't look for it, shall I get it? No. Then what do? That is where you need somebody else to point it out to you. That is where tad vijnanartham gurumeva vigachet. To gain something which is already gained, somebody should help you. Because the specs cannot say, what are you looking, man? I am on your top. The specs cannot talk. The specs cannot talk. Suppose the specs can talk, the problem is solved. Are you getting that point, please, carefully? Now go for happiness. A sensation is gained in time and therefore lost in time. Even if you name it a happiness, you will be disappointed. Why? The The happiness which is gained in time will be lost in time. Apraptasya prapti. If it is gained in time, lost in time.
You experience a touch, ends. Experience a taste, ends. Experience a smell, ends. Experience a relationship, ends. That is why people are so frustrated and disappointed. Now, if you think it should not end, okay? If you think it should not end, it should not begin.
End, it should not begin. Take the reverse logic. If you think it should not come to an end, it should not begin. Why? Anything that begins comes to an end. If you think your happiness should not end, that means it should not begin. If it should not begin, it should be already existing. If it should not begin, it should be already existing. If it is already existing, you cannot do anything to produce it. Why? Already existing. That is why in your attempt to produce it, you deny its existence. It's a very solid logic, just take for it. If I want happiness, it should not be subject to loss, it should not be created in time. If it should not be created in time, it should be already existing. If it's already existing, I can't do anything to produce it, because in its very attempt, I deny that it is already existing. That is my nature. Happiness is already my nature. I am already the happiness. Like I am already the owner of the specs. I am already the owner of the specs. The moment I search, I deny that I am the owner. If I don't search, I don't get. What shall I do? This is where people are frustrated. If you look, it is a problem. You don't look also, it is a problem. You search for it, a problem. You don't search for it, a problem. Are you getting that point, please? That is why the teachers stops you from every search. Only points out. If the teacher engages you in new activity in the name of search, it is pushing you into further trap. Understand the logic? Are you getting that point? The specs is already with me. So what do I do now? How to gain something which is already gained? Now this is where comes think. How to gain something which is already gained? This is already with me. How do I get it? Already gained. How do I get it? You want to listen to a story? That's a very nice, interesting, traditional story. Please see. I'll make a simple reference and go on. There were 10 disciples of a teacher. It's a very traditional story. If you don't tell that, more and more references will always come. It's a very traditional story. Teacher, student, it comes down. There are 10 disciples of a teacher. In Rishikesh, the Ganges bank, the master was living. He had 10 disciples. And they were studying with him for a long time. So that one time they were a little bored. They say, ask the teacher, can we go for a little outing, picnic, other side of the Ganges? The teacher said, okay, you can go, but in one condition. Somebody should be a leader, should take you all, bring you back. Anybody? So one fellow got up and said, I will take them, I will bring them back. 10 of you go, 10 of you come. 10 of us go, 10 of us come. Okay, the morning, all say now that they got a holiday, your brahmachari life very tough. All the time, morning class, evening class, midday class, this time chanting, that time chanting, this, all that headache. So one day, holiday. So 4 o'clock get up. Difficult to get up 4 o'clock for chanting, but to go out, 3 o'clock get up. Very, very easy, So 3, the 4 o'clock, the 3:34, they have got up and they are on the side of the Ganges. Now, because you are in a hurry, you mean to say boatman is in a hurry or what? He will sleep and get up at 8:30. Now, these fellows say, oh my God, 8 o'clock, if that fellow comes, half the day is gone for us. We have to go to the other side. All right, are you all young people? Yes. Do you all know swimming? Yes. Shall we jump? Yes, we'll jump. Remove the dhoti. Well, brahmachari, monkeys, no? So, remove the dhoti with kopina on, bum. Jump into the river. On the top of the head, you put the dhoti, swim across. And the leader was very careful. He has counted them here. Correct. And gone to the other side. After 15-20 minutes, they went to the other side. The teacher is also, the leader is very careful. He wants to see that every fellow has come. Somebody, one is lost in Ganges. So he lined them up. Come on, fall in line. Fall in line. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh? Only 9. Oh boy, where is the 10th one? Come on, count again. 1, 2, 3. He's excited. Everybody is excited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Huh? Oh my God, the 10th man is gone. Then one fellow says, you come, I stand, I count. You stand, I count. So this fellow goes, the other fellow count. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then another fellow says, you are all idiots. Come on, let me count. He comes out and said, okay, don't count like that. Make the groups. 2, 3, 4. 3 plus 2 plus 1, 9. So count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. 9. Don't laugh, it happens. One day it happened to us, me and 49 students, 50. We are going in a railway compartment, in a train traveling to west coast of Tamil Nadu, India, to Mukambika temple. It is some 20 years back. So when we are going, all the students, naturally when going out, everybody talking. A little talking is okay. When suddenly everybody starts talking, this becomes a big noise. So to keep them engaged, I gave them a questionnaire. I said, come on, everybody write it and send it back to me. So 49 questionnaires were sent. And after 1 hour of shanti, shanti, shanti. Everything was quiet. So after 29, 1 hour, I sent one student, I said, please collect the paper. I am very strict. I want to see how many people have written. And I see, there is only 49. We are 50 people. I said, look, one fellow has cheated. Find out everybody has given or not. Did you give? Did you give? Swamiji? Oh, suddenly it dawned on me. Oh, in a 50 group, I am the 50th man. It happens, It's not just a joke. So 9 people. Now all of them crestfallen, frustrated, sitting down. One old man who was sitting down this side, waiting for these, looking at these very, fresh youngsters, full of energy. When the boatman comes, he goes in the boat. He reaches there, these fellows are all standing there, miserable. He went to them. What happened? Naturally, they told their story. Our teacher was telling not to come. We as an idiot, we said yes. Now I am the one who took the leadership. 10 of us come, and now there are only 9 people. The trouble is, there are only 9 people. We don't know, somebody is lost, but we don't know who is lost. Then the old man looked at everything, and he said, oh, all right, you have lost 10th man? Yes, I'll give it to you. Listen, I'll give it to you. Huh? That is hope. What? You will give it to us? Really? When? Now. Where? Here. Not in the hereafter. No, now and here. Okay. All right, do what I say. What shall I do? Count. Now, the students should not say, counted enough. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where is the 10th man? Dasamo kutrosti. Kutra dasamosti. Where is the 10th? Where is the 10th man? The teacher smiles and says, Tvam dasamosi. You are the 10th man. When he says, you are the 10th man, tattvamasi, tad dasamattvamasi, that 10th man you are, how long does it take for him to recognize he is the 10th man? Instantaneous. Are you getting that point, please? You are the 10th man. This is the story. And see what a pointer it is. 10th man is searching for 10th man. See the beauty. Somehow the 10th man feels he has lost the 10th man. And the 10th man is searching for 10th man. 10th man is struggling to be the 10th man. This is where already gained, but he does not know it is already gained. Are you getting that? He is the 10th man, but he does not know he is the 10th man. Like you are the happiness. You don't know you are the happiness. Are you getting that? You are the happiness, but you don't know you are the happiness. You are the 10th man. You don't know you are the 10th man. Listen. And you can't just ignore that because you have experienced the fullness. You know everybody was there. This experience of happiness also is there in your moments of joy, in your happy moments, in your deep sleep state. You are always with yourself. In every experience you are with yourself. You have experienced fullness. In your deep sleep state, what do you experience? Objectless pleasure. What is your pleasure in deep sleep? In your dream, in your deep sleep, what is the object that you enjoy? Nothing. Objectless pleasure. So waking up, you are looking for objectless pleasure, but you don't know how to get it, so grab the objects. Understand? You have the experience. You can't compromise with anything less than that. So you are looking for happiness. What type of happiness? We should never come to an end. You can't compromise. You are looking for that happiness. And the trouble is, the moment you look for it, you deny you are the happiness. If you don't look for it, you don't get it. The 10th man. If he looks for the 10th man, he doesn't get it. He doesn't look for the 10th man, he won't get it either. What to do? That is where comes Apta Vakya. The teacher comes in. One who sees clearly the 10th person. Listen. And then what does he do? What does he tell him? Suppose in order to look for 10th man, now this person says, what shall I do? Now the 10th man is lost. Circumambulation. Go around Himalayas. Will he get it? Will he get it? Why? Your 10th man is himself going around. Have 100 times bath in Ganges, you will get the 10th man. Will he get it? Because himself is bathing. Meditate on 10th man. Will he get it? He will go nuts. You understand this much for all these activities in the name of religion or in the name of secular activities. Everybody is searching, and that has gained the currency by the world. Why? Educated people are also searching, you know. Oh, I see. Big people are also searching. If they are searching, they are not big people or educated people or wise people. Nuts. Very difficult to swallow this statement. Why? Our mind is mesmerized by education. Mind is mesmerized by power, money, all these mega images inside our head. He's a big man. How can he make a mistake? He is such an informed person. How can he, if he says there is no God, there may not be any God, nothing doing. If he is unhappy, billionaire is unhappy, such an educated person unhappy, how can there be happiness in the world? Nothing doing. Even if the whole universe is miserable, you are the happiness, like it or not. That type of audacity, power, you need to appreciate it. It's not a delusion. It's something, a conviction of yourself. A discovered conviction, not an imaginary, speculative idea harbored in the mind. You see it for yourself. Think. Now the 10th man, suppose he says, oh, 10th man is lost now, what to do? Anything he does, whether it is, secular activity, now jogging, shall he get it? Swimming, will he get it? Tired of swimming, tired of jogging, now meditating, will he get it? Why? 10th man himself is doing it. Whether it is secular activity, religious activity, doesn't matter, because no activity will give the 10th man the 10th man. Do you understand that principle? This is what comes the heart of the Vedanta, Upanishads. It is not dismissal of the action. As I told you, act you must. You want to be a millionaire? Act. You want to have a house? Act. You want to be rich? Work. You want to be happy? Be happy. You can't act. For our happiness, you can't act. Are you getting that point, please? What we do the other way around? For our happiness, we are struggling. For our prosperity, we are praying. You understand what happens? For your prosperity, physical achievements, you are praying. And for your happiness, you are struggling. You understand how the whole life is upside down? Please. So you cannot do either secular or spiritual activity for the 10th man to know the 10th man. What shall I do? This is where it comes. You can't do anything. Why? Because ignorance rules. 10th man does not know he is the 10th man. Who creates the distance? Or what creates the distance? Ignorance creates the distance. The 10th man somehow forgot he is the 10th man. Explain. Explain for yourself. If you keep the specs here and you search for specs, why do you search? Explain. Holding this key in your hand, you are looking for the key. Why do you look? Ignorance. Do you understand the point? And when did that ignorance begin? You don't know. Ignorance creates the distance between yourself and yourself. So how does this ignorance go? Today we will have 10-15 minutes, okay? Little more extra, okay? Don't worry about it. Now there anyway raining, you can't walk anywhere. Are you ready to listen or no? Yes or no? Ooh, very good. I can go for 1 hour more. Okay. No. Just enjoy. Please, please, please. Just see that. Ignorance creates the distance between the 10th man and the 10th man. Knowledge is required. How does the ignorance go? Ignorance will go by knowledge. Ignorance, avidya, ignorance cannot go by action. That is why jnana, karma, 2 words in Sanskrit, you write it down. Because very, very well-known words. Jnana means knowledge. Karma means action. Ignorance can go, ajnana can go by jnana. Ignorance can go by knowledge. Ignorance cannot go by karma. No action can remove your ignorance. Are you getting that? No action can remove your ignorance. Action is needed for different types of things. Apraptasya prapti, to gain something which is not yet gained, the distance is not created by ignorance. It is created because of your lack of effort. I am in Madras, listen carefully, I am in Madras or I am in Tiruvannamalai, I want to go to Bhubaneswar, Puri, East Coast. What creates the distance? Ignorance, huh? No. I know the Puri is somewhere here. This is a physical fact. And this distance, how is it going to cover? Knowledge. No. If there is a distance in time and space, You have to act. You are poor, you want to be rich? Act. You are uneducated, you want to be educated? Act. Are you getting that point, please? You must. But suppose you are the 10th man, but you don't know you are the 10th man. The distance is created by ignorance. Even though there is no distance, there seems to be a distance. If there is a real distance in time and space, action is needed. If there is no distance in time and space, action cannot help you. Ignorance has to go by knowledge. Are you getting that point? Ignorance will go by knowledge. Take the 10th man. So 10th man not recognizing the 10th man. Same thing. You are the happiness, you want to be happy. You are the happiness, you want to be happy. The distance is created by what? Ignorance. I don't know about myself. And you knew now, already you analyzed that how you don't know about yourself. You are drunk. Already you have accepted, no? Everyone is drunk. Why? Because you don't know anything about yourself. Because so many identities. Who are you? Now you say your father, now you say a mother, now I'm a husband, now I'm a wife, now I'm a child, now I'm a traveler, now I'm old, now I'm rich, now I'm poor, now I'm diseased, now I'm healthy. Oh my God. Tell me, who are you? Too many roles you are throwing. Come on, who are you? So you don't know. You know you are ignorant now. To accept your ignorance is a huge step for this knowledge. But suppose one identity you take, who are you? Managing director. The fool can never know. Who are you? PhD. I sit down with PhD. I pass high school with difficulty. You understand? You will never understand the truth. That is why when one identity overtakes you, you can't understand. Nor can you teach such a person who sits down with a load on his head. That is why the fellow has to be shaken up a bit. They're very proud of his knowledge. Ask him, go to hell. You don't know anything, you're an idiot. Go. How can you say so? All right, you get lost. Who cares? Oh, I'm a very rich man. You can be. I am not interested in your riches. I want to tell you who you are. You are stupid. Not many people can take it. Whether it is, you understand, it's a power. That pride comes in. Oh, I have done this. Understand? So ignorance creates the distance. 10th man wanting to know the 10th man. Now, ignorance will go by what? Knowledge. Now please enter the another beautiful point. This knowledge, there are 5 means of knowledge at your disposal. Very easy. 5 means of knowledge. When you say 5, no, don't worry. In you only. There are 5 means of knowledge. What are they? Your ears, sound. Your skin gives you knowledge of touch. Your eyes gives you knowledge of sight. Your nose gives you knowledge of smell. Your tongue gives you knowledge of the, what is that? Taste. So these are the 5 means of knowledge. What do you call in Sanskrit? Pramana. Pramana means pramakaranam, which helps you to gain knowledge. With ears, you get the knowledge of the sound. With the skin, you get the knowledge of the touch. With the eyes, you get the knowledge of the sight. With your tongue, you get the knowledge of the taste. With your nose, you get the knowledge of the smell. 5 means of knowledge. Okay, listen. Suppose you are ignorant of a sound. Which sense organ you shall use? Ears. If you are ignorant of a touch, skin. If you are ignorant of a taste, tongue. Ignorant of a smell, nose. Ignorant of a sight, eyes. Okay. And they are irreplaceable. One cannot replace the other. Understand? One cannot replace the other. You can't say, you want to listen to music? Yes, but my ears are deaf. All right, use your tongue. You want to listen to sound? Use only ear. No tongue business. I want to taste. Morning I was taking coffee, tongue is burnt. Can I use my eyes? You can use, but your eyes will be burnt. You won't taste. If it is a sound, ears. If you get the knowledge of a sound, it is ears. Get the knowledge of the touch, skin. Knowledge of the sight, eyes. Knowledge of the taste, tongue. Knowledge of the smell, right. Listen carefully. 10th man wants to get the 10th man. Which sense organ he shall use? He cannot. Why? Listen carefully. He is the 10th man. Already 5 sense organs are there. He is touching himself. Still he does not know this is the 10th man. Just see the peculiarity. He is listening to his own sound, but he does not know he is the 10th man. I mean, he doesn't still recognize it is he. He is seeing, touching, tasting, smelling. Everything is doing. Hearing himself. But still he does not know that he is the 10th man. So 5 means of knowledge, listen, 5 means of knowledge which are helpful to give you the knowledge now are finished. So how do you get? Because to get the knowledge you should have a means of knowledge. 10th man is not a sound. No ears can hear. 10th man is not a sight. No eyes can see. In a sense, ordinarily, example, you see that by yourself. Yourself, you are standing. You can't. You are already touching, tasting, seeing, smelling, everything you are doing. But you don't know the 10th man. That is why helplessness. Because available means of knowledge are over. So how do I get the knowledge of myself? I can't do anything. I can't use my sense organs. What do? Pure frustration, you sit down in life. No hope. That is where that much of analysis is not there. But that long before that, people are so frustrated, they are waiting for the heavens after death. Listen carefully. Then what should I do? You have to get the knowledge. The 10th man must get the knowledge of himself. Who shall teach it? Aptavakya, a teacher who knows the 10th person. Who knows the 10th person. And when the teacher comes, listen, now comes the role of a teacher. You see the helplessness. I am the happiness. I am looking for the happiness. Ignorance creates the distance. I have to get the knowledge. I am already seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, everything. But these sense organs can't see myself. How do I get it? You don't know. A person who knows the truth about itself, he comes. And what shall he say? Who can be a teacher? Understand now. Who can be a teacher? The one who says, I shall give you the 10th man. Comes and confidence. He says, I will give you the 10th man. Really? When? Now. Where? Here. Now and here I will give it to you. That is the teacher. The teacher is not a person who promises you later on. Or shall keep you on the trap, put you on a trip. Oh, your thing is rising from your bottom to top. It is now stuck in the middle of the, spine. So, if I touch you only, it will go. Say first touch $2, second touch $3. Nonsense. Or if I only hug you only, it will work. Or else because you need to be spirituated. You understand? Like people get electrocuted. You touch the electricity. Ooh. So like that you must be spirituated. The guru must touch. Right? And people are waiting for that. That's the trouble. The guru, the teacher should say, I'll give you when? now and here. Why the teacher is so confident? Because you are already that. The teacher's confidence not only comes from his wisdom, but from the fact being you are already the happiness. To give you your thing to yourself, how difficult it is. You understand? That is why it's a sheer job of a compassionate teacher. Because he doesn't have to worry, but he worries. Why? His teacher worried for him. See, in my face, this is now there. In my head, my specs is there. If I am looking for it, you shall consider it a joke and walk out also. One person left her shawl, one pashmina shawl here. If anybody find out, can give it. Suppose somebody has left it 2 days back, somebody has left it here. Just if anybody has found it, will give it. Now, if somebody, it is there, so you can announce, can you give it, where, can you find out where it is? Then if you are looking for it, you are a nice person, normal person. Why? Helping out somebody who has lost something. Here, I have not lost my specs. It is on my head. And I think I have lost it. You can ignore my nonsensical insanity and walk out. This fellow is an idiot. You can walk out. No, if you take time to sit down and you say, okay, I'll give it to you. So you think he's going to purchase one, huh? No, he says, very easily he can give it to you. Why? Because he's already with me. It is yours. It's on your head. This is what wisdom is. It's already yours. Already with you. No teacher can give, no guru can give, no God can give, no tradition can give. Like anything, friends, please see the beauty. You have a heart, you have a pancreas, you have the stomach, because the book says so, or because you have it, therefore the book says so? Because of physiology book, you have a pancreas? Because of geography book, a country exists, or because the country exists, the book talks about it? Because of the history, the wars are fought, or because the wars are fought, recorded in book, call it history. So book is authority, or the object is authority? So you are happiness because I say so, because scripture says so, or because you are happiness, therefore teacher says so, scripture says so? Because you are happiness, teacher says so. So no teacher is authority, no book is authority, no authoritative religion. Nobody is authority. You are the authority. Are you getting that point? Because you are the truth. If you are not the absolute, I can't make it to you. If you are not happiness, I can't give it to you. Are you getting that point? How fantastic it is. No authoritarianism. The guru cannot say, you do this, forget it. But people don't know, so servile students. Nobody can give it to you. And so easy to give you something which is already yours. So the teacher shall say, teacher says, I shall give you. When? Now and here. Really, now and here you'll give me? Yes, I'll give you now and here. Okay. Then whatever the teacher says you have to do, what shall I say? Count again. You can't say, I've counted 100 times. Count. When he says count, that is the time the teacher points out. This is where what happens is, sabda, words. Take that word in Sanskrit, sabda. Sabda means words. Sabda pramana. The words become a means of knowledge. Sabda pramana. Words become a means of knowledge. Like your eyes becomes a means of knowledge to see. Ears become means of knowledge to hear. The tongue helps you to know the taste. It's a means of knowledge. Sabda. Words also can be a means of knowledge. The words can help you to see. This is the speciality, peculiarity of this wisdom. Where the scriptures becomes your eyes. The teacher becomes your eyes. Help you to reveal. Listen carefully. Helps you to reveal, not to produce. Your eyes, come on, please see this. Your eyes, do they reveal the flower or produce the flower? Your ears produce the sound or reveal the sound? Are you getting that? So the teacher doesn't produce the truth, reveals the truth. Are you getting that point? Reveals the truth that you are. Suppose he produces, there will be a problem. Do you know why? Anything produced in time will be lost in time. If the teacher gives you something, are you getting that? In time, it will be lost in time. Because it is already with you, but you don't know it. The teacher reveals it. Tattvamasi, you are that. You are the 10th man. That is what it is. He shall not say, when the 10th man is standing there, if you are a teacher, shall you say, you are the 10th man or you shall be the 10th man? You are the 10th man. So the teacher should teach, you are happiness or you shall be happiness? You shall be happiness are the trip makers. They put you in the spiritual trip. Not now. I don't think you can have it now. After 10 years, 20 days, massage might look enough. Or you can hang around there for some time. Sell everything, come here. What is this? You understand why these so-called religions have become so dangerous? Most of the people, why am I telling friends, we are in a time where the religion is creating havoc in the world. Most of them. My God, my religion, your religion, my truth. No. Universal truth. The teacher should say, you are it, not you shall be it. His words reveal the truth. Okay? With this I shall stop. Much more. Tomorrow I shall see. Then we'll go into the text tomorrow. Okay? Just see. Please appreciate. This is something as in the 10th man. The teacher comes and the teacher sees it very clearly, 10 people standing and knows you are the 10th man. He does not engage himself in some discipline. Sit down, meditate for 20 hours, dig a hole and sit down, stand on your head, jump into the Ganges, go around the thing. Do you eat garlic? Yeah, you can't understand 10th man. By mistake have eaten some fish or anything? Yes, you are fishy. You will not understand. Don't give me that. I am the 10th man, whether I have done something or not done something. I am the happiness, whether I have done something or not something. Nobody can take it away from you. That is why no conditions apply. It does not give a sanction to your weaknesses. It wants you to transcend the weakness. Let it be so. You are a rascal. You have been an idiot in your ignorance. So what? Drop it now and move, understand yourself. In your dream, in your ignorance, what you did, nobody shall hold you responsible. A teacher with his compassion, wisdom, will not hold you responsible for what you did in your ignorance. But if you want to show off what is wrong in that, then he will give you a kick from all sides, don't worry. Just dropping you is good enough punishment. Think. You can't justify your weakness, but same time you must be ready for it. I am the happiness. And how does it? It is something, gaining something which is already gained. How to gain something already gained? First, why the distance? Ignorance. How the ignorance goes? Knowledge. How the knowledge comes? Means of knowledge. 5 means of knowledge gone. 6th means of knowledge, Shabda, words. The words reveal the truth. You are the 10th man. These words reveal the 10th man. Doesn't produce the 10th man. Already you are happiness. 5 sansargans are useless. The teacher says, neither the body nor your thought. Whatever is left out, Tattvamasi, you are. Oh. Close your eyes. Thank you, friends.